Today I want to talk to you guys about leadership for the long term in your business. So we get into this business for the long term, or at least I hope that's what your plan is. I hope 5 years from now your vision for your team and your business is huge. I hope you're wanting 10 to 20,000 people on your team helping others get healthier. I hope that vision is there and alive, and that's what you're visioning in the next 5 years, and then in the next 10 years, you're visioning having 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, an army of a team all over the world helping others. Now, as you know, we got into this early, so we've just launched into Canada, and slowly but surely we'll begin. I'm sure internationally is on the radar for Team Beachbody down the road. I don't know when, I don't know anything, but I would think that it's something that maybe one day they would love to do. That being said, I want to talk to you about leadership for the long term. So when you first start this business, you get oh my gosh, I spent $150. When can I make that back, right? And that's how your coaches feel, and it's our job to make that back and justify the fact that I just spent this money, because everyone comes into this business and they're just kind of skeptical. I came in and I was like, and I was freaked out about it. I paid my fee, and I'm like, and $40 back in the day, that was steep for me and for Hal. Like, it was very steep to think about. Today, I'm like, oh, that's like nothing. But it was so steep to think about back in the day. So you think about, we didn't have challenge packs back then. So I actually bought Shakeology at however much it costs, and then I bought Insanity, and so total it was like $350. So hello, are the challenge packs not a deal or what? Total deal. So for me, it was easy when the challenge packs came out, because it was like, dude, I spent way more on both of those. These are such a freaking deal. So what happens is we get in and we want to get this money paid back right away, and you get excited, and 3 months pass, and maybe you've made back $100, right? And it wasn't, and you bought your Shakeology, and you should be like drinking that every single day. If you're not drinking your Shakeology, you're going to have a really hard time with this business, period, end of story. You just are. It's one of the vital behaviors you need to be doing. With that being said, you're looking, some people come in and they just want this so fast, and I want to talk to you about the long term, because what happens is time passes anyways, and people talk about slowing down, or I'm going to take a step back, or I'm going to quit, and I just think to myself, but the time's going to pass anyway. You love the product, you're drinking it, why would you not continue to make an effort to talk to like 5 people every day about it, or 2 people, whatever, like something to keep things going? Why would you not make an effort to continue to post? Because things are going to happen. You saw Nicole made a post on the team page about a girl a year ago couldn't afford and didn't want to sign up, and today they want to sign up. And I can tell you, in my 3 years as a coach, every single person who has told me no has come back to sign up. So long-term thinking, who is the best, most excited coach out there? Who are your best coaches? The best of the best. The ones who get the results, right? The ones who lost the weight, who are so excited because Beachbody helped them. Yeah? Ashton comes to mind. John comes to mind. Dennis comes to mind, just to name a handful. Chrissy, hello. She'd been through like how many Beachbody products and didn't even know about coaching. Those are your best coaches. They're the ones who have lived through the product, they've sweat through the product, they've made a transformation through the product, they love the products. The products have changed their life. They are screaming from the rooftops about their product and what it has done for them and how it can help their friends and it can help anyone they meet. And they're either passing that referral on to you or they're going to sign up and they're going to help other people. So what happens is, in the long term thinking, something big is coming. It's coming. But you have to do short-term work without the excitement of, oh my gosh, 2 points, and that's it, right? So for example, yes, points are exciting. Yes, Success Club is very important. But when you sign that coach and they purchase their pack, it's your job now to teach them through Coach Basics training or through the academy or through whatever you choose how to build their business. You take the first 2 weeks to 4 weeks, you handhold, you put up an expectation. I am not going to run this business for you. I am not going to work this business for you. I'm going to teach you my best practices. I'm going to tell you, you get on YouTube, and anyone and everyone out there will teach you how to build this business. They'll teach you about social media. They'll teach you about inviting. They'll teach you about following up. You get on those national wake-up calls, and you're going to learn so much. And I'm here to mentor you and hold you accountable and train you and spoil you and reward you for such great work, for trusting me and working with me. And long term, you want to help this coach see results, because if an excited person, if an excited challenger is your best coach, you don't want them, here's what you don't want. You don't want to sign them up and be so excited, you got these points, you signed them up, all this is great, that they 3 months down the road cancel because you got so excited that you went off and found more people. Yes, you need to go off and find more people, but you need to balance that, because you do have somebody you need to help. Now, 80% of your time, until you are at a team of 200 or more, you're that 200 or more on your team, 80% of your time needs to be spent talking to new people. But 20%, you need to give just a little bit of time to just answer some questions, make sure everything's okay, help them run a challenge group, help them sign their first couple coaches, help them see those results that you helped them see in their challenge group initially. That's how you build long term. And I'm making this video because I am failing my way forward through that. I am the coach who's known, or I like to think of myself as the coach who just threw them to the wall, and I would see if they would stick. However, there was a portion of me that was so involved in if you came to me and you kept talking to me every day, I was there running side by side with you. So Ashton, for example, John, for example, Nicole Ball, there's Kelly Foote. Those are examples of diamond coaches that they were consistently there. They were consistently talking to me. This is it's hard to be, there's no perfect right answer to this. Some people are just going to come in and they're just not going to do it. You can set expectations, you can check in on them through the basics, they're just not going to do it. But long-term wise, we want to find people, we want to help create star diamonds. That's what we want. We want you to become a star diamond, and we want your team to become a star diamond, and we want their team. And that helps your team expand, because if I bring in Ashton, she's one who lost 100 plus pounds, Ashton invites in Crystal. Crystal invites in her people. Crystal's people invite in their people, right? Ashton's continuing to invite in her challengers. That's all a part of your team, right? And so it takes more than me to build this thing. I can't do this by myself, nor can you. So when somebody cancels, it's a sad day. It's a heartbreaking day because their circle of influence will never know about Beachbody, unfortunately, and this opportunity and what it can do to change their life, to get to a point where $40 is no freaking big deal, to get to a point where you have 4 Shakeologies on Home Direct coming to your house and it's no big deal because you're doing so well. In the beginning, it's hard to visualize this, but you have to have that vision and you have to get creative. Think of like 6-day challenge pack or challenges with little packs if you need to financially, find that balance. It's so important because you guys, when you get to, it's important that you're doing those 3 vital behaviors every day, because when you get to that goal, that long-term goal, when you think like, every day is going to pass anyways, right? Why not talk to people about the business? Don't stress over the financial chunk. If you need to make something, you need to just go out and help 3 people. That's it. A month, just 3 people. And yeah, that means reaching beyond your warm market. I don't talk to friends or family about this. I can tell you right now that we have family that's got, and they're in skincare. I've got family in isogenics. I've got anything, you name it. I've just gone outside my market and I've met people that relate to me. My twin moms, people who battled infertility, people who have the PCOS disease, stay-at-home moms, what else? Arizona people, Chicago people, people who are local. That's what I've done. I've just gone and found something in common with them, gotten to know them, and then when the time was right, I posted an invite, or I would personally invite them. And I would share progress of my journey and, personal development. I read it, I listen to it, I live it, I post about it. When a quote stands out to me, I share it, and so anyway, so for the long term, I just want you guys to understand that when you sign up a coach, you need to get them on the phone right away, and you need to find out why they signed up with you. What do they want from this business? Are they a hobby coach? Are they a discount coach? Or are they a business builder? If they're a business builder, you need to get them into a training right away. Teach them about Success Club. Help them get their product paid for in the first month. And teach them about going Emerald and bouncing on up to Diamond. Because your goal is to get them at least to 2-star Diamond and beyond. That's your goal. And that's a long-term goal. That doesn't happen overnight, guys. You are seeing a handful, like 5 to 10 out of 200,000 coaches. You're seeing a handful who bounce overnight to a huge rank. And guess what happens to those guys? The rank usually falls apart. And yeah, your goal is to build diamonds and star diamonds. That's your goal as a leader when you sign a coach. Are they all going to stick? No. Will they go beyond diamond? I don't know. Some are just going to be emerald and never move past that. Some are going to move past it. It's not your problem, but it is your problem to continue to grow your team. It is your problem to just think for the long term. It is an issue to make sure that they've gotten started right, to make sure that, you're motivating them in the right way, but also make sure that you're not you can't spend hours and hours of your time on your team. It's their own business too. So residually, I hope this helped you. Residually for the long term, think about, 6 months from now, how many people do I want to have on my team? 6 months from now, where do I want my team to be? Do I want my team to be at 100? Do I want my team to be at 200? Do I want my team to be at 500? Where do you want your team to be? How many people do you want on your team? And how many do you want, for the long term? Where do you want to be when we're at Summit? Do you want 1,000 on your team? Do you want 500 on your team by then? What do you want? That is long-term thinking. You've got to think for the long term. You can't build the diamond rank and try and coddle that diamond rank and keep it and keep people active. You've got to keep bringing people in. When I was a coach, I brought them in at least 1 to 2 people a week. And then now what I do is my momentum goes through spurts. So we just came off a slow season, and we're pushing to pick back up. And my momentum was craziness in July and craziness in August, and it slowed in September, and now I'm picking it back up, right? So what am I doing? I am finding a ton of new friends right now, making tons of relationships with them because they are not at the place of purchase yet. I'm going back to old people who haven't signed up yet, who I've talked to, and just following up, seeing how their summer was, seeing how their life was, checking in. I do have older people who've talked to me in the past that are interested now, so I'm working with them and just pressing forward. That's how you build that momentum. That's how you keep it going. You can't ever just stop. You certainly need to take a break for a day or two, take a break day off, but you got to show up every day. This is your job. This is your business. You're a CEO. If you bought a restaurant, you wouldn't just let it sit there, right? You'd get to your restaurant, right? Because you want to see what's going on. And you'd make sure your people are trained. So make sure they're trained. That means the first couple weeks. And then, a weekly check-in is all they need from you, and posts to your team page. That's all they need. And for the long term, ideas, creative thoughts to start to create an income. But guys, it has been 3 years to hit a 6-figure income for me. Now, some people I've seen do it in like 15 months. Some people took 4 years. All I know is time is going to pass regardless. So why not just continue to show up every day, do your thing, do your 3 vital behaviors, work on your business, and once you bring them in, make sure you've got them getting started right, helping them 20% of your time. That's it. Don't sit there and just be this team manager when you're a diamond coach. Go find more people. Hopefully this was helpful. I hope this is, again, for your long term. Think 6 months out. Think 6 months out. Will they be active? Will they be an emerald? Will they be a diamond? Will they be canceled? Will they still be in this? What can I do to help them? I can check in with them every week after I've trained them. I can help them sign up their first couple coaches. I can help them get their product paid for. But patience is a virtue, and it's so worth the patience. So worth it. I can't even, oh man, if I would have quit. Oh man, I wouldn't be able to do the things I'm doing. The money that we save is unreal. It's just unreal. Going to Disneyland, paying cash. Hello? That's a lot. Buying furniture, paying cash. It's not, some people are making way more than me, and I would assume in the next 5 years, I'll be right along there with them. So, this is long, but I hope this is helpful, and I hope it gives you a big vision for what you want to do with your team and where you want to be with them. Thanks, guys.